What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're back working on the Razor again. I know it's a pretty slow build coming along. Had to pull everything apart in the past two videos, but today she should finally start coming back together. Hopefully it'll start as well. That'd also be pretty cool. This is what it looks like right now, fully taken apart. I did get this 2021 CRF 110 right there, so if you guys want to see a video on that, let me know down in the comments. I might do a build on it, do same thing I did with my last one, powder coat, do all that good stuff and make it look cool. If you guys haven't followed this build on this Razor, it did catch on fire in the engine bay. So a ton of the wiring harness melted and all of that stuff. And then the full intake manifold also melted, but it's not too big of an issue. I did get a new wiring harness. It already came. Got a new fuel line that burnt, got a new fuel rail that burnt, and then a couple sensors that we needed here and there. And other than that, this thing should start up today, as long as I plug everything in correctly. I'm starting to not want to plug in the front as much as I did not want to do it in the rear, but the rear doesn't look too bad. So we'll see. There's only about 12 connections that go to the motor, so it's not that bad at all. So we'll see how this stuff plays out. But yeah, without further ado, let's pull the Razor out. Let's get to work on it and see if we can fire it up today. Not that much money into it so far. We still got a lot of cosmetics to do on it, so I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to rip this thing around the yard. Let's go ahead, pull this thing out, and get to work. Here she is. This thing's looking beautiful. Absolutely spectacular. Not really, but this is it. Trying to get some good angles. This might be the thumbnail, might not be, but I'll show you guys the engine bay just in case you guys haven't seen it yet. This is where the intake manifold was. I took this all out. Still need to clean this all up before we put it back together. Everything is extremely crusty around here. Got to clean out everything just in case anything fell in the spark plug holes. Made sure there was oil in it. Everything's good to go. It did run before it caught on fire, and it wasn't like a self-caused fire. It was a fire next to it that caught this one on fire. So regardless, we still got a ton of work to do on this thing. She ain't even close to being finished. So yeah, first thing we're gonna do is unhook the gas line, connect it up, and then we're gonna pull the entire wiring harness out and start plugging it up from probably the engine first. And then after we get the whole engine figured out, we're gonna have to do all of these wires that go to all the EPS, gas pedal, dash, radiators, headlights, all of that stuff. And then over here, back here, we only got like tail light, and then we got like a gear positioning sensor, we got a speed sensor, we've got injectors, we got ignition coil, we've got a couple little things, coolant temp sensors, stuff like that. So without further ado, we're gonna get to work on this thing and hopefully finish her today. Never know, might get lucky and get her running. So let's get to work. Pulled the fuel line. They all look just about the same. Only difference is this connector's fully melted, so that's the reason I have to get a new one. And this whole fuel rail is shot. FedEx just pulled through. New intake manifold, brand new from dealership because you can't find them used. So got one of those, and we got there's the new fuel rail. That's where the fuel line came in, and then over there is what the wiring harness came in and all of that. Luckily it came with the fuse box, so we don't have to wire this all up. So yeah, hopefully everything goes smoothly and we get this thing running. Alrighty guys, we got the old wiring harness out. You can get a better look on exactly what happened down here. Everything's nice and burnt from the engine bay and down. This wire accidentally pulled it off the connector, but it doesn't matter because I'm getting a new one anyways. But this is for the fuel pump, so this connects the motor, I believe. This right here is for the gear selector. All of these little things, that's for the ECU, that's fuse box. And then up here, there's just a ton of little things that I'm gonna have to figure out by just seeing where it fits. So yeah, definitely very excited for this part. It's gonna take a while. Hopefully it all works out. I think we're just gonna have to start off with feeding the wires through here, making everything fit. I think this holds the battery or something down like that. And I'm also gonna have to clean out this whole entire section here. So let's go ahead and get to work. Alrighty guys, it's been about an hour. We got the entire wiring harness all plugged in. We've got the new, I forget what this thing's called, intake manifold in, new map sensor, new fuel line, new injectors. We got everything hooked up, new speed sensor down on the bottom because the connector melted. Everything is looking good from the engine side. We got the ECU plugged in. We don't have the battery plugged in. That's the last thing we need to do. Got the new fuel line plugged in. We've got everything connected to the dash. All the connectors. These are for the headlights, so I did not disconnect those. And then there's one more thing here. I need to go get the front bumper and make sure, just to see where this comes from. I can't find a connector for it. Which isn't too big of an issue. We'll find that out. If it doesn't start, then that's probably the issue. And yeah, hopefully this thing turns out nice. And hopefully it starts up too. Not sure what this is for. I think that's for the oil, to make sure it's got oil. Yeah, this is the dipstick in there. Get her back in. But yeah, let's go ahead, plug the battery up and see if she fires up. Hopefully she does. Got everything it needs to start. Let's see if it starts. It doesn't want to turn over. Alrighty guys, as you saw there, it wanted to start up, but it didn't, unfortunately. The connector for the battery is broken, so I don't think it got either a good connection or the battery is almost dead. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is go buy a new connector for it over here. Hopefully I can find something at a auto parts store or something like that. And then once we get that new connector, we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. And I'll probably throw the battery on charger just in case. That way we can, when we come back, we'll have a fresh battery as well. But she is coming together, and hopefully she starts up soon. That's the goal, at least. Alrighty guys, as you may have heard, I did get it running. It was having a little trouble starting, but just had to throw some starting fluid and it started right up. Let's see it. It's perfect, minty. Perfect. All we got to do now, I'm probably just gonna throw the front and rear bumpers on it and throw all the flooring and stuff like that. Then got to zip tie the whole wiring harness up and everything, get her looking nice, and we'll be good to go. Sort out all these wires, pull the battery out, put it back in, throw the fuse box where it belongs, throw the ECU where it belongs, do all that good stuff, and we should be good to go. Got to figure out where this connects to. That's not too big of an issue. We'll get that all figured out. Get the gear shifter organized. Now all I gotta do is throw one of the seats in, because that's the only one that looks half decent. Passenger seat is toasted, unless I just put like a towel or something down so it doesn't get too dirty. But we'll throw the driver's seat for now, take this thing out, and hear her run, hopefully. But yeah, and then we gotta throw the dash in, which shouldn't be too hard. thing is man. Yo, we got a camera down. The new iPhone 13 Pro is no longer in business. That's it, guys. If y'all enjoyed this video on this 2017 Polaris RZR 900S, let me turn off the ignition real quick. If y'all enjoyed that video on that 2019 or this 2019 Polaris 900S, hit that like button, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. I'll get more videos out on it soon. It is a blast to tear stuff up on this thing, but it's gonna get dirty, and I'm gonna need to do a little more stuff to it before we can really rip it out. Put all the plastics on, buy new ones, and then yeah, this thing will be a ripper soon. I can just throw on a get new seats for it. That way we can throw everything together on this thing and have some passengers along with us. A lot easier to drift by yourself, that's what I'm gonna say. But it also needs an alignment in the front. It pulls really hard to the left, so that's another thing we'll have to get situated on this thing. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe. Peace, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.